Alright, what we're going to do is an instant action takeoff with the Harrier in Nevada. We're going to start cold. So we're going to take off with everything off. We're going to get this thing up and running. This is a simulator, so it actually works just like this in real life. The Harrier is a notoriously unstable aircraft because it's not set up like a regular aircraft. These things flip over a lot and they kill the pilots when they're trying to take off and land. So it's actually quite dangerous. There's been a number of accidents with these things, like a huge number, like an inordinately large number. This thing has a bad reputation. It's a cool jet when you see it in movies, but in real life, shit don't work that way. So, okay, this is the fighter right here. That's my pilot in there. Looks like he has night vision goggles on. How about that? Alright, so that's my fighter. So we're going to go inside. And we're going to activate our battery first. All the fighters pretty much work the same way. You got to activate your battery. And we're going to look over here. We're going to turn on our fuel system. So we're going to hit 1 up, down, 1, 2, 3, oxygen right here. And then we're going to hit our fuel pumps up, 1, 2, up, left and right. We are going to uncage our parking brake. It's here behind this lever. So we're going to switch that, make sure that's active. And I'm going to go right here. I'm going to make sure my INS aligns to ground mode. Okay, then, now that that's done, I'm going to arm my ejection seat, just in case I have to get out of this damn thing. Okay, so, now I'm going to activate my APU. APU is starting up. Give it a second. While it is starting up, I should have enough power to turn on interior lights. That's my instrument panel. This is my console panel. Okay, I have a floodlight right here, but I don't really need that. Okay, so it is talking about my... First of all, let's turn on my multifunction displays so I can see what's going on here. Let's turn on my radio. Brightness up. Okay, my HUD has to be turned up. That's here. Turn all my HUD knobs all the way up. Make it easy to see this damn thing. Okay. Now, I have to turn on my engine. Engine, right here. So, 1 hit. And this is actually how it works in real life. Okay, I'm going to close my canopy now. Alright. Closing my canopy, closed and locked. So now I'm going to boost up my engine power just a little bit in order to get my systems ready. So it's going to turn everything back on. Once there's enough power, the engine is self-sustaining. There we go. Now, turn on my flaps. Auto flaps. Turn my cruise to auto flaps. Alright, so let's drop that power just a little bit to make sure that we are not moving when we don't want to be. Okay. So the last 2 things, I have to reset my INS to nav mode, and let's check our stores. This is the stuff we're carrying, a missile, bomb, so forth and so on. I think that's 300 rounds of ammo. The engine looks like it's doing okay. So, everything looks like it's ready to go, except let's turn up our radar warning. Let us turn up this mode to standby on the ECM. Okay, let's go down here. Some of these systems I actually don't need, but, you know, it's nice to have them. Turn this to nav mode. That's how I navigate. Okay. So, as far as I can see, external lights are ready. And that's about that. That's about that. The system is started up and ready to go. But I do want to see more symbols on my HUD, so let me switch this up. Yeah, I really want to see more stuff on my HUD. And I should be in Stovall mode. Okay, so now I'm in Stovall mode. So, that's it. I'm ready to go. Hit the master caution switch, turn it off, so it'll shut the hell up. And I'm ready to go. So my pedals are working. Okay, so now I'm going to boost just a little bit of power so I can get us moving. The Harrier carries 500 pounds of water. The water is forced into the engine in order to increase thrust so that you can do vertical takeoffs. The problem is, if you weigh any more than about 23,000 pounds, you can't vertically take off. Alright, so, are we ready? Oh, anti-skid switch. Oh, and the parking brake. Let me see the parking brake. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Alright, so we're going to taxi very, very slowly, because again, this thing is very unstable. So again, it's very, very unstable. So I want to be very gentle with it. So this way I can make this video in one take and I don't have to do it again. This thing is very unstable because of those tricycle landing gear style landing gear. Alright, so we're up to 8 minutes. That's good. There's the takeoff position right here. They have a lot of space right here if I wanted to do a vertical takeoff. Problem is, carrying all this stuff, I'm way too heavy. Drop my power so that I can make these turns. Alright. So basically, the Harrier flies around with full power pretty much all the time. It's not a very fast fighter. It's actually not capable of supersonic. It's actually quite slow because of the way the engine is designed and the way the thrust vectoring is designed. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's just line ourselves in the middle. Okay. Alright, so I made it to the runway. Let's double check everything. Okay, ready for takeoff. Nozzles angled forward to, what is this? Nozzle angled to 0. So when I put my nozzles this way, that makes it so that they're pointing straight back. So that's the Jetic Grand Theft Auto does this too. So that's my 0 angle. Okay, and I'm ready to go. Alright. I'll put up my gear as soon as I'm off the ground. Alright, so let's get these flaps. Flaps should be down. Alright, so let's slow down a little. So I'm ready for my takeoff, but let me just make sure my flaps are nice and down. I know the flaps are on auto, but I always put them down for my STOVL takeoff. Let me see, where's my flaps button? Flap 61. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let's try to keep this thing straight. 90, 100, taking off. Alright, and we're away! Gear up! Now that we're up here, I can fly naturally. Let's see where I am on the map. Moving really, really fast. Okay. And that's that. So I have just completed a cold start and takeoff in the Harrier. Let's rotate around to see the takeoff position. That is where I was a second ago. And I'm up. So that was nice and simple, right? Alright, so basically DCS is free for the next couple of days. After that, you basically have to wait for a Steam sale before you'll be able to afford any of these modules, because these things are $70 each. I'm not about to pay them $600 for a game. I'll wait until the modules go on sale, and then I'll buy F-18 and F-16 to start, and maybe Harrier right after that. And hopefully they'll make F-22 and they'll make F-35. That would be fun. But yeah, so that's been just another little DCS episode that I wanted to make, and I finally got it right after a number of problems that I was having. But so far so good.